A sovereign citizen walks into court, tells the judge she has no jurisdiction over him, and that he couldn't turn himself in because, and I'm not making this up, the jail doesn't accept paper people. Spoiler alert, the judge was not impressed, and neither was the sheriff who showed up to personally prove just how much jurisdiction they actually had. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm covering a video I randomly stumbled across while searching for new content, and trust me, this one did not disappoint. We've got a sovereign citizen in court who actually argues that the defendant in his case is nothing more than a piece of paper, and that the only reason he didn't turn himself in is because, get this, the jail wouldn't accept paper in place of an actual human being. Luckily for all of us, the judge was having absolutely none of it and shut the whole thing down on the spot. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Jesus Christ is King.
All right, cause number 2312933 and 2312934.
Appreciate it. Aren't you going to take a seat?
No, I'd rather stand.
Well, it's your hearing, sir.
Is it okay if I stand? Is there something wrong?
Why do you have to stand so close to him?
The sign in there that says no standing.
Oh, well, okay. I just know I was subject to those rules. I didn't agree to it. Anyway,
Okay, so there's a bench warrant.
You know what? I'm just going to take the seat.
thank you.
Appreciate your hearing. That makes us a little more comfortable.
Is it uncomfortable if I stand up, Your Honor?
Well, depends on how you're going to act or behave today.
I'll have a seat.
Okay, so you failed to appear for court multiple times in this case.
Now, Your Honor, just for the record, the named defendant is actual property, a registered trade name.
Oh, here we go.
And the case has also been certified as a fraud. I have court-certified documents to prove that. That should be on the record, and that's the reason why it was certified to be a fraud, because the plaintiff is a foreign-owned private corporation, of which I have no contract with, and neither does the registered trade name. And the registered trade name has been used without authorization and permission, and is an act of identity theft. And that's probably one of the reasons also why the state has acquiesced that both cases are a fraud.
Yeah, that's a hard no right there. See, here's the thing about the whole acquiescence argument. If the state had actually agreed with your claim that these charges were nothing more than a big elaborate fraud, they simply would not be pursuing them. Period. End of story. You wouldn't be standing in that courtroom, the judge wouldn't be looking at you like that, and we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. But guess what? Here you are. And the reason you're here is because you failed to turn yourself in on one of those very charges you called fraudulent. And on top of that, the court still needs to set a future date for the other charges. So the system you claim has no power over you just summoned you to court, and you showed up. Let that sink in for a second.
Let me add one more piece of information. I am a foreign sovereign with respect to the privately owned foreign corporation known as the state of Washington.
Okay, so on the 9304, I am going to quash that one. He was in RALJ appeal status, and so I'm going to quash that one. But I do want to hear from the state on the 303 matter.
Yes, on the 303 matter, Mr. Haywood was sentenced to serve 4 days in jail. He failed to report to the jail on June 29, 2023, and we're asking him to be taken into custody to serve that time.
Objection, Your Honor. I actually contacted the jail to make special arrangements to deliver the defendant with the special arrangements to not damage the paper, and the jail refused. So I attempted to deliver the defendant, and objection, the state has no standing as they are representing a privately owned foreign corporation, and the prosecutor is not licensed to practice law in this country.
Okay, so I think it's the 303 that he was convicted and ordered to do jail, and you believe that he didn't comply with jail because there's a docket entry that said defendant complied with jail. Maybe that was an error.
That was probably my attempt to deliver the defendant to the jail, but they refused.
Okay, so let me get this straight. This guy actually expected the jail to accept a piece of paper instead of showing up in person? I hate to be the one to tell you this, but not a single correctional facility in the entire United States of America is in the business of accepting paper people into custody. Not one. The only paper people I can think of are the human-shaped rolls of toilet paper, also commonly known as sovereign citizens. Because just like toilet paper, their arguments fall apart the moment any real pressure is applied to them.
I understand, and we read, look, that he had not, as was the state's actually, that he had not served the jail time.
And just to clarify, the defendant only exists on paper, just as the plaintiff only exists on paper. The jail refused the paper, and here we are today. And the state still hasn't proven standing yet, by the way, as well.
So, Mr. Haywood, it doesn't look like you did the sentence on the 303 matter. And so I am going to quash the warrant. However, I am going to have you serve that time.
Okay, well, I'll deliver the paperwork to the jail. That's fine. I tried to once before, but they refused it. And just to clarify, I'm not the defendant. There is nothing on there, nor is there any testimony from anybody as firsthand witnesses under penalty of perjury that I am the defendant. And I've uploaded plenty of documentation to prove I'm not the actual defendant. That is a registered trade name, matter of public record, and registered with the state. So if you want me to serve some jail time, then we're going to need to change who the defendant is, because I'm not the defendant.
All right. So can you upload a new commitment?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the reason they couldn't put my name on there as a defendant is because I'm a foreign sovereign with respect to the corporate entity known as the state of Washington, of which I have no contract with.
Okay. So with respect to the 304 matter, which is still pending, what's your position on the warrant, Ms. Fredenberg?
The state was going to ask for that warrant to be served.
Objection to jurisdiction. The state has never proven any jurisdiction and has no jurisdiction or standing. So any requests or statements from any representative from the state are a nullity and a fraud. If jurisdiction is challenged, it must be established on the record. And it hasn't been, and it still isn't. You can do it now if you like, if you can.
Okay. So, Mr. Haywood, you failed to appear many times in both of these matters, had many warrants quashed. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not confident that you're going to come back to court given the history here of failing to appear.
I will agree to come back to court on behalf of the defendant.
Here's where it gets really good. He actually tries to step in and act on someone else's behalf like he's their attorney or something. But the judge shuts that down immediately, because here's the cold, hard truth. You cannot do that. You are not a lawyer. You have not passed the bar. You are not licensed to practice law in any state. Your options are extremely simple, and there are only two of them. Option 1. Show up to court and represent yourself as a pro-se defendant. Option 2. Hire an actual licensed legal professional to represent you. That's it. There is no secret third option hidden in the Uniform Commercial Code. There is no magic legal loophole, and there is no special sovereign status that lets you play attorney for someone else in a real courtroom.
The appearance fiasco was simply because the communication between the acting prosecutor at the time and myself. I have plenty of emails. So in one case, he said he was just going to reschedule with the judge. I told him, reschedule whenever you want. I'll go ahead and be there, and I'll bring the defendant with me. And next thing you know, there was a warrant for a failure to appear. So there's been plenty of fun and games with the acting prosecutor at the time. So it wasn't just a matter of not bringing the defendant to the court. The prosecutor was intentionally sabotaging the scheduling process.
Well, the prosecutor doesn't handle scheduling, the court does. So the court ordered you to be here, and then you weren't. So...
Objection. The court ordered the defendant to be here. I am simply bringing the defendant to the court to help try to solve the problem. The fact that the registered trade name remains as a named defendant is an act of identity theft and fraud, and that's probably why the state has acquiesced that the case is a fraud. I have the documentation here with me today in case if they decided not to upload it to the court record.
Well, you had your day in court on the 303 matter. You had a trial. You represented yourself. Or the defendant, whichever way you want to say it, but you represented the defendant yourself, and you were convicted, and you were ordered to serve 4 days in jail. You didn't do that. And so
The defendant was ordered to serve 4 days in jail, and I attempted to deliver the defendant to the jail, but the jail refused.
Okay, well, I'm going to make sure that they don't, because I've done a new commitment for you today so that they won't refuse for the defendant to serve that time. I'm going to serve the warrant, and so we need a pretrial date, Madam Clerk.
There's no jurisdiction yet been proven or standing. Are we going to continue? That would be an act of fraud and treason.
Your Honor,
That's a felony. That's an arrestable offense.
I put both of them in one of our.
Well, we don't need anything on the 303. He's just going to serve a sentence.
Okay.
We just need the 304, and
Yes,
I
I have
see
the
that.
defendant here with me today. You can take him to the jail if you like.
Oh, he's offering to help? How generous. But the judge is going to have to respectfully decline that very kind offer. Because as it turns out, the judge has already taken care of all the necessary arrangements for both this guy and the so-called paper defendant. They've both got a lovely 4-day reservation waiting for them at the Grey Bar Motel, compliments of the court. And here's the really beautiful part. Neither his assistance, his cooperation, nor his consent is required in any way, shape, or form to make that happen. The plan is already in motion, and there is absolutely nothing he can do to stop it.
So your next court date is going to be September 13th. We probably need to change that since I'm taking him into custody. So do we have anything in August?
Excuse me, Your Honor. Are you testifying that I am the defendant under penalties of perjury?
I'm not testifying to anything.
Good. And here's the defendant right here.
All right.
Your Honor, we can do August 24th at 10:30.
All right, I can change that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So August 24th at 10:30 in the morning will be your next court date.
I will be here with the defendant, no problem.
You're going to serve those 4 days, and then you'll be released, and nothing more will happen on that 303 case. You'll be done. And then this case will be heard August 24th at 10:30 in the morning. If you change your mind about representing yourself, then you can ask for help if you want it. If you don't want help, we don't have to have it. So we'll see you in August. I'm going to have you take a seat right over there.
I will be here for the defendant on August 24th. Would you like me to deliver the defendant to the jail?
I would like you to sit over there
Is there any
with
standing
the
or
defendant.
jurisdiction chosen, proven here yet?
Please go take a seat.
Okay, so let the record reflect no jurisdiction has been proven.
All right, just everybody take a breath for a moment, because things are about to get very educational very quickly. This guy has been standing there the entire time insisting that the court has zero jurisdiction over him, that the judge has no authority, and that none of this is legally binding. And the judge, bless her heart, is about to give him the most thorough and hands-on civics lesson of his entire life. She's not going to argue about it. She's not going to debate it. She's simply going to demonstrate, in real time, with the help of law enforcement, exactly how much jurisdiction this court has over him. Spoiler alert, it's a lot.
And neither has the identity of the defendant definitively been established.
Okay, please go take a seat. Sonia Sesko, customer 23102-402. Mr. Haywood, sit down.
Am I obligated to follow these rules?
You are going to sit down right now.
Do you have any jurisdiction? I don't believe you have any jurisdiction that's been proven yet.
Please sit down.
Are you threatening me with violence?
I'm asking you to sit down. Sit down.
You don't have authority over the defendant. He has no authority.
What are you doing?
Mr. Haywood?
You're escaping?
I got things to do.
No, sir.
What?
You are in custody right now. If you leave the courtroom, it's a felony escape.
That's a felony to put me in custody because you have no authority or jurisdiction or standing. You got some proof of
Okay,
that?
well, we are all being recorded, so if you leave this courtroom, it'll be a felony escape charge. Your choice.
Okay, well then, I guess in the best interest of peace, in regards to your violence, I will go ahead and relax for a minute, but let's get with it. I got things to do.
Okay, at this point the judge has clearly had enough of the theatrics. In the best interest of this guy not walking out of there with a brand new felony escape charge stacked on top of everything else he's already dealing with, the judge tells him to go sit down. Right now, over there. Think of it as a court-mandated adult timeout, while everyone waits for the sheriff to arrive and personally escort him to his next destination. And just in case he was thinking about making any sudden moves or trying to pull some kind of sovereign exit strategy, that felony escape charge is a very real thing, and the judge is not bluffing even a little bit.
Got it?
What was that just thrown?
Car keys.
Do you know that person?
Yeah, they're my boys.
Okay. All right. So thank you. Mr. Haywood has been very disruptive. He tried to leave the courtroom once he was placed in custody. So just FYI, be careful with him.
So, give me a break. Can I just see just need to see it, thank you. Can I see who's being put into custody, please? I just need to see the name. I just need to see the name of the person. Okay, that's not me, that's the problem.
So apparently this whole situation is really only a problem for two things. One living, breathing human being who thought he could outsmart the entire judicial system, and one very confused piece of paper that somehow ended up as a defendant. I guess the paper didn't show up either. But don't worry, because the sheriff is on his way, and he's about to give everyone in that courtroom a masterclass in jurisdiction. Let's sit back and watch him demonstrate exactly how little authority he has by walking in and arresting this guy without a single hesitation. Truly a zero jurisdiction moment right there.
Our Sanborn's matter, we're here today on.
That's not me.
Who's that?
The name is saying it, but that's my registered trade name. I got all that documentation right here.
Okay, good. We're going to take care of it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is the defendant technically.
If you want that, I can go with you, put everything private.
Hold on 1 second. Well, that's taken care of.
We can see that, we're gonna get the right name.
Did she file a notice of appearance?
I will make sure that she does, Your Honor.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I haven't had enough coffee yet today. So yeah, no, you've got Ms. Bradshaw, so that's fine. You don't need to do those forms. But she does need to file a notice.
And that is officially a wrap on today's video, folks. I have to say, covering these sovereign citizen court cases is rapidly climbing the ranks of my all-time favorite things to do on this channel. There is something deeply satisfying about watching someone walk into a courtroom, declare that the judge has no power over them, and then get immediately arrested by the very people they just said had no authority. It never gets old. It genuinely never gets old. If you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and smash that like button. It really does help the channel more than you know. If it wasn't your cup of tea, hit the dislike, no hard feelings. But most importantly, drop a comment down below and let me know what you thought. And make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a single video. I'll see you guys in the next one.